Well, good morning, sports fans. I've got another door to do. Now, this lady wants a quick and nasty job. So I started off with my little no-pry remover. Here's the point. When you're doing an old door like this, don't just put your machine on there and go like that. Just don't hit the button. You need to put something on it, or like a handheld screwdriver. This one, it works. And break that screw loose gently. Don't just wang on it, especially if it's old. Once it's loose, then you can go ahead, crank it out. So this one, I broke 2 screws in this one joint right here. So I used a metal bit. And what I did was I have some of these special drill bits. They look like something like one of these. Here's the one I used. And they advertise these things as, I think this is the one that goes through glass and steel and everything. Well, it does, but it's real rough. You know, it took a while just to go about halfway through that thing. If you're in a pinch, I guess you could use it. But a good old Swiss steel bit like that one, that's what did the trick. So that's step number 1. The first thing you do before you take all these things off, hopefully, is you mark the door. It's sticking down along the bottom here. See, I've got some tape showing me the gap. I don't want to take any off the top. The top's fat. So I've replicated it on this side because this is the side I'm going to cut off. So I'm going to start here. Nothing there because I've got gap. You know, I could use a blade up in there. I might remark that and take a little bit of that off just so that can slide over. I don't want to come over very much. I think I might. That's a tough one. We'll see what happens. But anyway, I'm going to come in here with my circular saw and chop this off down that way. Now, the door is rotten. It's got a lot of rot here. The old man said fix it, and the lady said no, don't fix it. This is rotten. She just told me they're going to buy a new gate and surround next year, but from what I can see, that's pretty solid. And it was sort of $100 quid's worth of work on this door. It'd last a few more years. The frame's still good. Well, anyway, that's the video's up today. Now, I just thought of something for you guys who are watching in the States. We have our own form of Trump over here. It's called Brexit. It's got people totally divided. They don't know what the legislators or the parliamentarians are not following the will of the people. And it could be a big old scandal whereas Trump is actually, I think, following the will of the people and pissing off the parliamentarians. So it's sort of an backwards thing, isn't it? Yeah. Anyway, got a couple of things here. I'm going to use those to put the door on. I'm going to move it, lift it, and see how heavy it is. If it's real heavy, I'm just going to do it right here. If it's not too heavy, I'll take it out there in the garden. So that's what we got to do next. Get the no-cry going, get that door off, see how heavy it is, take it from there. This is video 2 of this Brexit versus Trump door repair video. Look how deep they set that hinge in there. It's, you know, it's 3 mils in. That's why it's so tight at the bottom. At some point, they pushed it over to make it fit. They had to suck it in and got this too tight. You need a lot of gap on this side too. Otherwise it bends. So here's where it was rubbing down here mainly at the bottom. So I got to keep that in mind when I'm cutting. Okay, I think it's ready to come off now. So talk to you later. Yeah, one of my favorite products. That's Krust. Now, when you use this stuff, you can't stick your paintbrush in there and dip it back onto the brush. You'll kill the whole pot, so you have to put it in a little container. Now, I've taken and used this Scotch-Brite type wheel on there and a wire brush a little bit just to get some of the loose stuff off. Then I'll put this stuff on here, this Krust, and it dries in about 15-20 minutes, you know, enough to do stuff with. So this will go a long ways towards keeping these hinges. Look how much I use. I should have put less than half of that amount. Well, I've only done half of it, so, but a little bit of this stuff goes a long way. Great, great product, really works. Turns everything a bit black. You have to be careful about that, I guess. So how much exciting. So that's what we do there. Now, I'm getting old these days. I'm turning 66 in a couple of days on March 20th. Don't have to pay any stamp duty this year on my income tax. That's all I had to pay last year was the stamp duty. I didn't make enough money after expenses to pay tax. So maybe I shouldn't be saying this on video, but I'm legal. Didn't cheat anything. Got it all, claimed all of it. And this year is not any better. So okay, that's enough of that. So that's going to dry for a while. I took those hinges off. Now I'm going to get the skill saw out here and rip down this edge. And there again is that rot. So I'll have to talk to her and tell her, look, you know, for cutting those pieces out, repairing it, it'll last a few more years. So anyway, get the Ryobi skill saw now and have a go at cutting. I think I'm just about ready. The skill saw fell from about 20 feet, I think. Bent the table. I don't know how much grief it's going to give me, but see, I'm just barely, if I keep it pushed down, I'll just barely clear that. And I'm just going to try and follow the tape down to nothing. There. See how it goes. Put you on the, how am I going to do this? Oh, it goes like this, I guess. I have to turn it around. Okay. I lost a little thing there, the direction. Found it ages ago. That's supposed to be it. I can take my little, just rubbing it just in with my hand. I got a couple little tiny micro splinters in there, so that was looks like I'll have to reset these two a little bit. Dig those out some. hopefully I took enough. So we'll know in a few little whiles. As they used to say on the A-team, I love it when a plan comes through. Okay, it's not quite as tight. It's a bit loose. Probably could have cut a little bit more, but it's working fine. Nice gap over here on this side, which is what we're looking for. Remember how it was quite a bit fatter at the top? Now it's, I had to shift this that much. Luckily, didn't have to shift that, so I don't know why that did that. And if you look, that's all we did was cut that from there down to the bottom. So quite happy. Job well done. How's our English garbage bin system? These guys got lots. One regular recycling, and what's the other one? Glass, not glass, I don't think. Anyway.